Aloha family, Spencer-Mack here. With this video, I'm going to attempt to bring some balance to this channel because I've been very far in the scientific mind, study, weight, measure, physical training, physical food substances, and bring it over to the creative, the intangible, the mind. I've recently had a resurgence of an awareness and a practice that I've known for 15 years now or so, ever since I first started getting into what you would call magic. Remember the book The Secret? Books like that. And that book in particular triggered me down a rabbit hole of all sorts of reading and study, all the way back to ancient manuscripts, like the Emerald Tablets, or the Kabbalion. These teachings re-emphasize and remind us of the value and the potency and the power of our focused thought. And it's so important because no matter how ideal of an environment you're in, how perfect your diet is, how great your training is, if your thoughts keep wandering off to negative patterns, to old programs, you're going to keep getting the same experience. You're going to keep suffering the same difficulties. This is equally as important as this. In fact, you master this and you will get this much more easily, because all of this is a result of the past thoughts that you have thought. So a book has recently come into my awareness by the name of The Master Key. It's written in 1990, and for the life of me, I don't know how I look past it, because I've read books like Think and Grow Rich, but somehow Albert Hanel, I believe I'm pronouncing his name properly, Albert Hanel, and the book The Master Key slipped past me. But it's definitely coming into my life at the perfect time, because I'm in a time of transition. I've got a lot changing, and so there's a lot of opportunity for new things to come into my realm. And it's important when we're in a period of transition to keep our thoughts locked on those things that we consider ideal. This does not mean we avoid dangerous things and uncomfortable things, but it means that we direct our mind towards the most beneficial view, perception, and outcome that we can have in this scenario. This book is extremely well written. It goes in an order, progressive exercises, beginning with just sitting your body still, then emptying your mind, then releasing the tension in the body, ultimately clearing the slate, cleaning the canvas. Then he starts to bring in exercises that develop the ability to focus and bring detail into your imagery. So many of us, I know I myself am victim to a mind that changes stations so frequently. You half create so many things. It takes persistence in vision to fully fruit something into your life. And if you keep changing the channel so frequently, you never get the whole story. It never fully gets to come to life. So the practice of meditation and just learning to clear and empty the slate is the beginning. And then we bring in different exercises that help cultivate the imagination and the clarity of detail, and bringing a full three-dimensional, multi-dimensional story that attaches to this experience, this object, this outcome that we seek. It's profoundly impactful and extremely beneficial. The way that he wrote this book demonstrates his extremely high level of understanding. And it's almost written in a hypnotic sense. There are parts of it, as I listen to it on audio, that he takes you into his own mind and shows you how he orchestrates imagery. And it's so funny because that's well, not funny, but that's one of the first things that we get kicked out of us as kids, is that imagination. Stop daydreaming in the classroom. We need to be taught to cultivate that skill, because it's that vision, that image that we hold of ourselves, that we hold of the actions we're going to take in our mind, that determines how well we follow through, what we end up deciding to act on. It all originates here. So mastery of the tool of thought, the tool of focus and concentration, is primary. Being able to adhere to physical training, to be able to cultivate strength or a disciplined lifestyle, won't happen if you don't have control over the guiding light of your mind. So I want to share that to bring some balance to this equation, because we need both sides. Ultimately they're the same, but this one is even secondary. Your training in physical reality supplementation is a result of what came before it, of those thoughts that brought you to this place. So it's primary to have that integrated, to really be aware of the thoughts that we entertain throughout the day. And if they are negative ones, if you find yourself falling into, say you're stressed, say you're anxious, that is a trigger, that is a key, that is a reminder of your affirmation that brings balance to that. Confidence, peace, certainty. And in this book, he does such a good job of explaining the difference between the individual mind and the universal mind, and how to be in harmony with the whole. About the nature of the eye, of the awareness, and the better understanding we have of this awareness that's behind this mind and behind this body, the more certainty we can have when we speak, I am abundant, I am whole, I am loving, I am at peace, because that is ultimately our real nature. So I cannot express the value of this reading. I'll leave a link down below. You can get the full audio on YouTube. As I said, I just listened to it, but I'd like to get a hard copy of it as well. Insights, thoughts, practices along these lines that have been particularly impactful for you guys, please share. If you're not subscribed, do it, my friends. We share things from physical training to supplementation to dietary experimentation and meditation. So let's keep it going, guys. Lots of love. Until next time. Peace.